Namaste. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Nick, and today's practice will be a backbend-focused vinyasa flow. You won't need any props, so go ahead and make your way to lying on your back to get started. Set the feet flat onto the floor so they're just a little bit wider than your hips, and rest the hands down onto your torso. As you get there, close your eyes. Take a few slow, centering breaths on your own. And feel the breath helping to transport your consciousness into your body and into this moment. And all together, take a deep breath in. Slowly exhale. Another one, inhale. And exhale. One more time with retentions, inhale. Pause at the top. And exhale. Pause at the bottom. Now continue to inhale and exhale on your own. Open the arms up to a T, drop the legs from side to side a few times, moving through a gentle windshield wiper. And just let this be a motion that you take to get a better sense of how you're feeling in your body right now. Then the next time that you're in the center, pause there. Ground the heels down. Keep the arms relaxed by your sides. Press your lower back into the floor and start to roll just the hips up off the mat. So you're creating a very strong posterior pelvic tilt. And then do that action even more strongly so the lower back starts to roll up. And the middle back and the upper back begin to roll up. Find the apex of your back bend here. Reach the tailbone a little bit more forward away from the lower back. Reach the skull away from the tailbone. Take an inhale, ground a little bit more firmly through your feet. And as you exhale, lower the upper back, middle back, lower back down, but let the tailbone continue to stay lifted. Inhale, rise up, roll the spine off the floor. Exhale, lower down everything but the tailbone. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Two more like that. Lift up on the inhale. Lower down on the exhale. Last one's all yours. Good. And the next time that you set down, draw the knees in so that they're directly above your hips. Reach the fingertips up towards the sky. Just like you did in the bridge, press the lower back down into the floor and reach the tailbone away from the lower back. Now, without losing that feeling in your torso, right leg stretches forward, left arm reaches backwards, and then come back through center. Left leg forwards, right arm backwards, and center. Inhale, right leg, left arm. We'll do this a couple of times. Exhale, back through center. Inhale, left leg, right arm. Exhale, back through center. Right leg, left arm. Center. Left leg, right arm. Center. One more each side. Right leg, left arm. Center. Left leg, right arm. Center. Now take your right hand to the top of your left thigh, push the hand and the thigh together so you create a little bit more activation, and then inhale, right leg and left arm. Exhale, back through center. Two more times. Inhale, extend, maintain pressure on the lower back. Exhale, down into the floor. One more, extend out as you inhale. And contract back through center as you exhale. Change sides, let's just get it over with. Left hand, top of the right thigh. Inhale, extend, left leg, right arm. Exhale, back through center. Keep pressure here. Inhale, extend. Exhale through center. One more time. Extend on the inhale. Through center on your exhale, and then release. Catch the backs of your thighs, draw the knees in, maybe a little circling action here. And then start to rock forwards and backwards as many times as you need to come up into a tabletop position. And then just work into the wrists and the spine a little bit more at the same time. So left fingers are going to go forward, right fingers backwards. If this doesn't work, you could always go with the fingers out to the side. Inhale, arch the spine. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin, reach the tailbone down. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. One more time, inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Flip the right palm over, open and close the hands. Shake that out, set the right hand down. Left fingers either to the side or backwards. Another 3 cat and cows. Inhale, chest forward, lift the sitting bones. Exhale, rounds upper back towards the ceiling. Inhale, arch. Exhale, rounds. One more time. Good, and spin the left fingers to face forward. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Send your thighs back. Maybe start with a little bit of a bend into the knees. Feel with the upper half of your body, your arms, your shoulders, your hands, you're pressing forward and down. And then feel in the lower half of the body, you're reaching back to create a little bit more space through the midsection of the body. Big inhale and exhale here. Make your way forward to the front of the mat, either walking, stepping, hopping, feet forward between the hands. Then rise up to stand, coming to the top of a mountain pose. Bring the hands to the heart. Exhale the air out from the lungs. And inhale, stretch the arms up overhead. Exhale, hinge and fold forward over the legs. Inhale, lengthen the spine up halfway. Exhale, step your right foot back and set the knee down, crescent lunge. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale to a down dog, left foot back to meet the right. Inhale forward into plank pose. And then exhale into a child's pose, knees down, hips to heels. Slide forward into a cobra pose. Inhale, curve the spine. And exhale, downward facing dog, push the hips back. Step the right foot forward, set the left knee down. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands down, step the left foot forward to meet the right. Flat back, inhale, lengthen the spine. Fold, exhale, drop the head. Then all the way up, inhale, reach the arms. Refold on the exhale, lower torso to thighs. Flat back, inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, left foot back, drop the knee down. Sweep the arms up, crescent lunge. Exhale to a down dog. Plank pose, inhale, roll forward. Child's pose on the exhale, hips to heels. Brush forward, cobra pose, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Left foot forward, right knee down. Inhale, sweep the arms. Exhale, hands down, step right foot forward. Flat back, inhale, lengthen rib cage forward. Exhale, fold and empty the lungs. All the way up, inhale, reach the arms. Exhale, thumbs to prayer. Again, inhale, stretch the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold over the legs. Flat back, inhale, collarbones away from thighs. Exhale, right foot back, knee to the floor. Crescent lunge, inhale, sweep, reach the arms. Down dog, exhale, left foot back to meet the right. Plank pose, inhale, shift forward. Knees down, hips to heels on the exhale. Brush forward, cobra, inhale, curve the spine. Down dog, exhale, push the hips back. Return to plank pose, again, inhale. And then exhale, all the way down to the floor. Locust pose, inhale, stretch the arms and legs back. Exhale, down dog, push the hips up and back. Right foot forward between the hands, left knee down. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhale, step left foot to meet the right and fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hinge. Rise to stand, inhale. Exhale, go right back down. Flat back, inhale. Left foot back, knee to the floor as you exhale. Inhale, reach the arms. Exhale, down dog first. Plank pose, inhale. Child's pose, exhale. Brush forward into Cobra pose, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Return to plank pose, inhale. All the way down on the exhale, Locust. Inhale, stretch the arms and legs back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step the left foot forward between the hands, set the right knee down. Inhale, stretch the arms up. And exhale, hands down. Step the right foot forward. Flat back, inhale, lengthen spine. Fold on the exhale, drop the head. Inhale, rise, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, mountain pose. Hands released by the sides. Take a deep breath in. And a soft breath out. Good. Sweep and reach the arms up overhead. Grab onto opposite elbows. And then from here, bend up and over to your right. I'm turning to face you, but you can stay facing the front of the mat. Feel with your left hand, your right hand, like you're trying to pull the left elbow up out of the left hip, and then reach down a little bit more strongly through left leg. Come back up through center on the inhale, and then over the other way as you exhale. So now with the left hand, right arm's pulling up and over, a little bit more pressure down through the right hip, right leg, and right foot. Come back through center, bend your knees, sit the hips down into a chair pose. As you do though, let the knees and hips come a bit more forward, lift the elbows up and back. So you're trying to create a little bit more curve through the upper back. Shins forward, heels ground down, rib cage up, elbows back. It's okay if this isn't a crazy depth in the legs, focus more on lifting up and back with the torso. One more breath here. Now clasp your hands together behind your back and fold forward, taking the shoulders into extension. Let the arms stretch up and away from the lower back. Find some pressure down through the balls of the feet. Lift the sitting bones and relax the neck. Good, set the hands down, inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, right foot to the back of the mat, high lunge with the hands on the hips. So keep the back knee lifted up, take the hands to the hips, and then bend the right knee a little bit here so that you can take the tailbone down away from the lower back, creating posterior pelvic tilt. Now while you have that, imagine like you're trying to drag your legs together. So with my left foot, I'm pulling the mat backwards. With my right foot, I'm trying to drag the mat forwards. And then the more that you do that, the more grief you're going to create for the front of the right hip. So find a comfortable level of discomfort and breathe. Okay, set the right knee down onto the floor, untuck the back toes. So let the hips sit forward now, reach the arms up overhead. And then right hand's gonna go down the middle of the spine, left hand's gonna grab onto the elbow. Pull the elbow in and push the head back into your right forearm. Squeeze the right butt muscle, press the top of the right foot down. Down dog, lower the hands to the floor, step the left foot back to meet the right. A little bit of a different vinyasa from here, shift forward into plank pose as you inhale. And then exhale all the way down to the floor. Start with Locust. Inhale, reach the arms and legs back for Locust. Exhale, lower down for Cobra. Inhale, pick the chest up, Cobra pose. Exhale, lower down for bow. Bend the knees and grab the feet. Inhale, kick the feet back, bow. And exhale, downward facing dog. Step the right foot forward between the hands. High lunge with hands at the hips. Bend the left knee a bit, tuck the tailbone under, and then with the tailbone tucked, pull the feet together underneath you. So with my right leg, I'm trying to pull the mat backwards. With my left foot, I'm trying to pull the mat forwards, all while reaching the tailbone down away from the lower back. Keep your gaze steady and your eyes soft. Take another breath in and out here at the top position. And then gently set the left knee down, untuck the back toes, sweep the arms up. And with the left hand, reach down the middle of the spine, right hand grabs behind the elbow, push the head back into your left forearm. And I like to imagine here that I'm reaching towards the back of the room with my left foot and my left elbow. And then I'm reaching forward with the left hip. Down dog, lower the hands to the floor. Step the right foot back to meet the left. Shift forward into plank pose with an inhale. And then exhale with control all the way to the floor. Locust pose, inhale, stretch back. Exhale, release down, set up Cobra. Inhale, use the arms to lift the chest. Exhale, lower. Bend the knees and grab the tops of the feet, bow. Kick back as you inhale. And then downward facing dog. Exhale, push the hips back. Now rock forward into a plank pose. Set the left knee down onto the floor. Twist, right arm up towards the sky. Modified side plank. Now some of you from here will just lift the right leg up off the floor. Those of you that can will bend the right knee, grab the top of the foot, and kick it back behind you. Squeeze the right glute. Reach the chest away from the right foot. Good. Now release the right foot towards the back of the mat. Pick the left leg up for a three-legged dog. And step the left foot forward to the front of the mat, warrior two. Drop the back heel down, rise and reach the arms up. And then we'll take a peaceful warrior, flip the left palm, reach up and back, and then take your right arm behind you towards your lower back, reach the right hand forward. Try to stretch the fingers away from one another. Push the left heel down to help lift left side waist. Rise back up to warrior two. Straighten the left leg out. Triangle pose. Shift the hips back. Lean forward. Take the left hand down towards shin, ankle, whatever is available. And we're going to do a little variation here. Right palm face up towards the ceiling like you're in a side plank, so the fingers should face back behind you. And then reach the right arm back while you push the chest forward, getting into the right chest and shoulder. And you can look up if you like. You can keep your neck neutral or relax the neck, which might be a little disorienting. Stay strong in your legs to help you maintain the proper support in the hips. And let it go, down dog. Hands to the floor, step the left foot back. Shift forward into plank pose. All the way down to the mat as you exhale, locust. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, lower, cobra. Inhale, push the feet, lift the chest. Exhale, lower down for bow. Inhale, kick the feet back to lift. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Come forward into plank pose and set the right knee down for a modified side plank. Left arm up towards the sky. Again, those of you that can will lift the left foot and grab the foot. If not, you'll just lift the leg. And then if you're holding onto the foot, think like a bow. Kick the foot back behind you. Send the chest forward. Squeeze the left glute. And then release. Three-legged dog, right leg goes up towards the sky. Right foot forward, warrior two. Ground the back foot flat, open the arms to T. Sit the hips low. Peaceful warrior with the left forearm behind the back. Stretch up. Reach the left fingers forward. Reach the right fingers backwards. Press the right heel down hard. Okay, warrior two to triangle pose. Reach forward, lower the right hand down towards whatever you like. Again, the left fingers are going to face back behind you, palm presses up and reaches back, opening up across left side of the chest. As you do that, press the heart forward, lean the skull back a bit. Again, press down through your feet and through your legs so that you feel your hips stable and supportive. And then let that go, downward facing dog. One more time through that little backbend vinyasa, shift forward plank. Come all the way down to the floor. Locust, inhale, stretch back. Exhale, Cobra. Inhale, press the arms to lift the chest. Exhale, release for bow. Inhale, kick the feet back. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and out here in down dog. Now let's set the knees down onto the floor. Rise up to stand onto the shins. For camel pose with a couple of leg extensions first. So you can do this with the toes tucked, will make it a little bit easier, or with the tops of the feet down. This is going to be the last back bend that we do. We want to keep this class contained to under 30 minutes, so kind of got to boogie and groove, right? So hands to the fronts of the thighs, press the hips forward, lift the chest up a bit, and then lean back as much as you can and push the feet down to rise back up. That's one. We're going to do 4, and then on the 5th one we'll hold camel. Go back and rise up. 2, go back, rise up. 3, go back, rise up. 4, and then on this last one, go back, catch your heels, and instead of pressing hips forward, think of lifting the chest up. The hips will come forward as a result of that. And then drive the tops of the feet down, reach the skull back. And then rise back up. Set the hips towards the heels, pause there for a moment. And from here, we'll go into Matsyasana, hips over to the left. Take the right foot, swing it up and across the left knee. With your left elbow, hold the top of the right thigh. Grab the hands, kind of like just palms together. Turn to the right. For some of you, feel that this creates a pretty big stretch across the outside of the right hip, glute, piriformis area. Totally fine. If this doesn't work for you, also this bottom leg can go straight. And if you want to take a deeper variation of this, if you know one, don't be shy. One more breath here. Take a very quick counter stretch, hands over to the left. And then rise up from there, change sides. Left leg on top, right leg on bottom. Right elbow holds the shin, clasp the palms, lift the chest and turn to the left. One more breath here. Hands around to the right, forehead towards the floor. Come up, and then we're going to do Gomukhasana, one more seated posture. So we're going to go again with the left leg under, but this time the right leg is going to come over so the foot is outside of the hip and the knees stacked on top of one another. If this is a difficult position for you, you could straighten the bottom leg and do half Gomukhasana. I'll stick with this. And then similar to what we did in Crescent Lunge, since we have the right leg on top, we're going to have the left arm go on top, and the right arm is going to go on the bottom. Reach for hands behind your back. We won't stay in this variation long, so if it's going to take you a while to grab a strap or a belt or something, just don't even worry about it. Find the depth that you can get. Maybe just grab onto your clothes. Another inhale and exhale here. And then keep the legs and, so let go of the arms, fold forward over the legs. Allow the back to round in, forehead to drop towards the top of the right knee. Really like the inner knee here, but even feel your elbows slide down away from your shoulders. Allowing the upper back to flex a bit. And take one more big breath up and down the back of your body. Come back up, and we'll change sides. The left leg is going to go on the bottom. Right leg is going to go on. Right leg on bottom, left leg on top. You know what I meant. And then again, if you want that bottom leg straight, you can take it. This time we have the left leg on top, so that means the left arm is going to go on the bottom. Go for the grip behind the back. And so another thing here, this probably would have been good information on the first side too, but better late than never. This arm, rather than having the elbow out here, you'll notice that the hand doesn't have a lot of space to go up if the elbow is really far from the body. So what I've noticed helps is taking the bottom arm as close to the torso as possible and then flexing the bicep or flexing the elbow by engaging the up bicep. One more breath here. And then let all that go. Hands down in front of you, fold forward over the legs. This posture is generally considered a hip opener because it puts a very deep amount of external rotation into the hips. But if you have your bottom leg straight, you might be feeling a lot more in the hamstring of the bottom leg. So focus on where in your body you feel sensation and try to breathe in a way that helps to subdue it. Take one more breath here. And then come upright. Undo the legs. Find your way to lying down on the back. I'm going to close with just a few moments of the feet up in the air. Those of you that want to go into a shoulder stand instead, you're welcome to. Just take a moment to let the legs be higher than the heart. The knees can be bent here if they need to be. You could even hold behind the legs to create a nice little cradle for the legs to relax into. Shoulder stands, you can go to a brief plow pose just for about 10 seconds. And then shoulder stands, close off with a very brief fish. If you have your legs in the air, draw the knees in towards your chest. So I'll take a deep breath in. And then exhale the air out and settle into a resting posture. So you can stretch your legs forward out away from you and take the hands out by the sides for a corpse pose, Shavasana. You can do like we did at the beginning with the knees bent and the hands on the torso for like a half Shavasana. You could even, come up into seated position and do seated rest. Either way, close the eyes. Allow your body to settle into a more neutral position. And feel your awareness starting to become like a panoramic lens on a camera, zoomed all the way out. So that while you're here and you feel sensations, hear sounds, or experience thoughts, you can sense that there's a little bit of distance between those sensory inputs and yourself. And when you've created distance between the sensory inputs and yourself, you can choose how you respond to them. Just a couple more moments here. Take a deep breath in. An easy breath out. Start to move the fingers, the toes, bend the knees. Of course, if you have more time to rest, then you can just ignore my voice for the next few moments. Roll over to one side and start to press yourself up to a seat. Thank you so much for joining me for practice today. It's a pleasure to be able to share what I've learned from many years doing this with you, and I appreciate you tuning in. I hope to see you in the next one. Until then, be well. Namaste.